The shot heard around the world. That was the post released by Q on Sunday, and I began working on a video about the Second American Revolution, and that video has just been put on hold because Q posted something even more blockbuster last night, and I'll read it to you now. What would happen if texts originating from an FBI agent to several internals discussed the assassination possibility of the President of the United States, POTUS, or member of his family? Friends, we have to step back and count our blessings. It was an absolute miracle, as Zach, a caller with intel to the Alex Jones show, said back in December.
The underestimation of what the Trump administration is doing is it's going to be deadly, and this will be historic. What's going on right now is nothing short of a miracle.
It's an absolute miracle that Hillary Clinton, the Rothschild agent, satanic figure,
to get her for us,
did not get into the White House, because if she had, it would have been game over for the Republic and literally for we the people. And as Q references this FBI corruption, we have more truth spilling out in the mainstream at Zero Hedge. FBI agents discussed secret society with DOJ and FBI working to undermine Trump. This is a absolute deep state plot, and in the other video I'm working on, we will discuss in detail this 16-year treasonous plan to use two White House terms for a coup d'etat in the United States. And I actually think that headline is a bit misleading because it really should be a 24 or 32-year plot if you want to include Bill Clinton and George Bush Sr. But they were counting on Hillary Clinton in another 8 years of this Marxist Rothschild rule into the abyss. And it's an absolute miracle that that witch didn't get in the White House. Now, in this tweet from Representative John Ratcliffe, the thousands of texts Trey Gowdy and I reviewed today revealed manifest bias among top FBI officials against Donald Trump. The text between Strzok and Page referenced a secret society.
We know about this insurance policy that was referenced in trying to prevent Donald Trump from becoming president. We learned today about information that in the immediate aftermath of his election, that there may have been a secret society of folks within the Department of Justice and the FBI, to include Page and Strzok, that would be working against him.
And you'll recall, friends, that the FBI is claiming that 5 months of text messages between those two corrupt agents, Strzok and Page, have been quote-unquote deleted. Well, good luck with that, because as we know from Edward Snowden and Q, nothing's ever really lost. So let's return to last night's post from Q. What if the text discussing this assassination possibility of POTUS involved foreign allies? We'll skip down. Q says, could messages such as those be publicly disclosed? It's happening, friends. Keep your eye on Zero Hedge and the alt media, the truth media, where these deep state criminals are being exposed. Q asks, what happens to the FBI? What happens to the DOJ? What happens to special counsel? And I ask, was Mueller directly involved? These people are part of the deep state, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, Marxist, Rothschild apparatus, and they must be brought to justice. Q says, what happens in general? Every FBI DOJ previous case could be challenged. Lawless. Think logically. Now here's the absolute bombshell from Q. Pizzagate. Q says, we haven't started the drops RE regarding human trafficking, sacrifices, yet. Worst in brackets. The worst crimes imaginable. Those good who know cannot sleep. Those good who know cannot find peace. Those good who know will not rest until those responsible are held accountable. And people like my friend Liz Crokin and Craig Sawyer come to mind, because these are the people, along with the rest of us in the truth media, that have been pointing to Comet Ping Pong, into John Podesta, into Tony Podesta, into the child sex trafficking ring alive and well in Washington, D.C., known as Pizzagate, for a very long time. And Q says, nobody can possibly imagine the pure evil and corruption out there. Those you trust are the most guilty of sin. And friends, I'd like to remind you not only of the Pizzagate questions that have been raised by those of us in the alt media, but of the quantifiable evidence of Bill Clinton traveling to Jeffrey Epstein's Lolita Island more than 20 times. And further, reports are that Hillary Clinton also went there on several occasions. And recall the insiders at the NYPD reporting to have found hardcore video of Hillary Clinton allegedly involved in sex with a child found on Anthony Weiner's laptop. And video so horrifying that reports are it brought grizzled veterans within the NYPD to tears. Again, Q says, those you trust are the most guilty of sin. Who are we taught to trust? If you are religious, pray. And I want to circle back to a post that was released by Q on Sunday, post number 130667, in which Q says, pray, P-R-A-Y, and pray, P-R-E-Y. Notice the similarity, Q asks. And of course, pray with an A is a religious construct. But in the world of these elite satanic child predators, pray with an E is also a religious construct, because they're Satanists and they prey on children. Literally, they prey on the blood of these children. And if you are of a religious mindset, you'll want to pray with an A that these people are exposed and brought to justice as soon as possible. And none of this would be possible at all if Hillary Clinton was in the White House. And Q says 60% must remain private, at least for humanity. And here's where I totally, completely disagree. We need 100% truth, no matter how horrible, because what we need to understand, and what we need all Americans, those on the left and right, to understand is that these people are not only traitors who sold out their own people and their nation, they're also people who have sold their souls to a very dark power, a very sinister force. And in doing so, they made themselves capable of perpetrating the most horrific atrocities imaginable on men, women, and children. And we need that horrible satanic truth, because not only will it aid in bringing these people to justice, it will help people fully understand that the war in which we are engaged is not just a political one. It's not just a war of ideology. It's absolutely 100% a spiritual war. And Q concludes, these people should be hanging. No truer words have ever been spoken. One of the penalties for treason is death. And treason may be the worst crime imaginable, but right next to it is perpetrating crimes against children, a penalty for which should also be death. Thanks so much for watching. We are all in this fight together, and as Q posted on Sunday, the Second American Revolution has begun. And if you're listening to this broadcast, you are one of the soldiers in the fight. And we really must count our blessings, because none of this would have been possible if the Rothschild demonic satanic figure known as Hillary Clinton was in the White House. So stay tuned. Much more to come in the very near future. Thanks for tuning in for Real News 24/7. Visit us at sgtreport.com, thephaser.com, and thelibertymill.com. God bless.
The evil of this, I mean, the satanic nature of the pedophilia that's going on, and the combination of the Satanism with the pedophilia is going to be shocking to the average American.